I change how I look, how I talk, how I act. I change even more, I'm no longer yours. Only thing I don't change about me is wishing I change even more. What am I waiting
My
for?
grandma said I
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus. And today we're checking out Token. What am I waiting for? Now, we're already in the sentimental range. Like, right? When you start off a video, like he literally starts off the video as a dedication to his grandmother. Shirley. So when you start off when you start off a video like that, you know where we're about to go. So we about to peep game. And I like when Token opens up and is vulnerable. I really, me being faux five, because I got the faux five and the faux five. No, I'm just playing. Anyways, me being older now and being more mature, like I really like when people open up, vulnerable, talk about life experience, etc. There's something that just at this age it captivates me more than ever before. Right in my 20s, I'm only listening to, Token, Lyrical Miracle, the Tech Nine, all the very heavy lyrical stuff with punchlines, metaphors, wordplay, etc. But now that I'm, a little more grown, like I actually really, really appreciate this. Sometimes I appreciate this more than the lyrical miracle. So we're gonna see where we go with this. We're about 20 seconds in when I started the video, and I like even where the hook is going so far. So, anyways, if you guys are here for a first time reaction, like, share, comment, subscribe, and welcome back to the channel.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. I have a family travel vlog channel, also have a commentary channel, Pegasus versus the World, if y'all want to check that out. But all the music and the music reactions happen right here on this channel. If you want access to the reactions early, there will be a link in the description to our membership. Gives you early access. I update it every day. There's a pretty big catalog in there. So just thank you guys for the support. Huge shout out to all the members. Let's get this popping, man. We rocking with Token today. This is What Am I Waiting For? Don't forget to check out his new album. It's still doing pretty well, and it came out not the chopping block, but came out the blocks hot. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him and his work, and he's still grinding, putting out the videos, independently. So let's go. This is Token. What am I waiting for? It starts. Actually, I don't read that fast. My grandma's name was Shirley. She passed away a few weeks before my birthday. I wrote this song the day I found out. Here we go.
I change how I look, how I talk, how I act. I change even more, I'm no longer yours. Only thing I don't change about me is wishing I change even more. What am I waiting
My
for?
grandma said I wanna visit you to get that LA view, but I might die before I ever get the chance to. I found a subject I could change to avoid the awkwardness and realizing the painful truth. But I wish I gave her honesty. I know losing memories is frustrating beyond belief, and every day there's a new body part to let a doctor see. But all that aside, how do you say that so casually? What does death mean to you? All your friends dying, does it bring stress to you? Do you think about it? Like, will it hurt at all? When will my whole life be compressed into a phone call? Like, yeah, she's gone. I wanna make her last years be a gift from God, but it's a losing game, cause I got the news today. It's funny how no matter how ahead you are, you're too late.
I change how I look, how I talk, how I act. I change even more, I'm no longer yours. Only thing I don't change about me is wishing I change even more. What am I waiting for?
I used to have reoccurring dreams.
You know what's crazy? Sheesh. So if anyone has lost anyone in your life, you could relate to this at some capacity. And he's putting the visuals Oh man, there's just so much here. First and foremost, cherish the damn time while you're here, right? Cherish the damn time while you're here, right? You see in all these what look like grandkids or kids or nieces or nephews, or you know what I'm saying, chilling with their elders. And bro, it goes by so fast. Now, I didn't have the luxury to be close with my grandparents, which I wish I could, but I'm raising my children. They're very close to both sides of the family, the grandparents. My dad, who's the only one left, but where I relate to this solely is the passing of my mother, man. I don't want to go too crazy in that because I ain't trying to have like, sheesh. Ugh. Anyway, you know, when my mom passed away in 2010 from cancer, you know, she had been fighting cancer for 15 years. I've talked about that on the channel before, and there's just never enough time. And you don't want to believe what's happening is happening and then it's just done. You know, I think the highlighted thing here is make the time now. It's so easy to be young and be caught up. Back then, I was actually touring, you know, and I'm underground independent, not on these huge tours, on these underground, you know, grinder, not literal, anyways, like really grind tour. And I just remember she would call me and it would be sound check, and I would get a little frustrated or annoyed because I'm like, hey, mom, you know, I'm on tour. I'm doing sound check right now. Like she was supposed to know. And some of my biggest regrets was just not being more patient. You know, just taking the time and just being like putting her first and not my career and not my stupid stuff. Now, essentially, that's why I stopped touring originally was because when they diagnosed her with terminal cancer, I was like, nah, I ain't touring. I'm going to be here and just, you know, figure this out. But yeah, I have a lot of regrets as a adult from being a shrewd young man. Like we get that way when we're young. We don't see the selfishness. We're just about us. So if anyone younger is watching this, man, from lived experience, just take some time. Just, you know, you too cool until you ain't cool anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're there until they ain't there anymore. And this video and song highlights that. The other thing I wanted to say is we just lost Ozzy Osbourne, icon in the rock world. And what was the joint? Changes. I'm going through changes. And when we listen to this hook, we're talking about the changes because we change for so many different things in our life, whether we know it or not. And it's really cool hearing him call certain things out. Now, if we're just talking about the music, I love the way he's using his voice and the hook, and the production is great. And he's really just telling us a story. Like it's not too like he's really invested in just opening up and speaking, right? It's not all these layered hidden messages and punchlines and metaphors and 5 million quadruple entendres. Nah, he's just being right straightforward with us, and I enjoy this. Anyways, we rocking with Token. What am I waiting for?
What am I waiting for?
I used to have reoccurring dreams about death. So ever since you brought it up, I've been sleeping less. I know what you gon' say, I'm too young to be going through it. But can I ask you some questions as the closest one to it? You so open about it, so I'm curious. Do you think an afterlife will be luxurious? Do you think it'll treat you as good as Jersey did? Do you think you'll see your husband? I'm just trying to picture what it's like to be you. 3 kids, 5 grandchildren, all come from you. Maybe because of us, your life has a different meaning and a view. And you're happy to live, but you don't have to. I just can't relate. My life is everything and I'm trying to make it great. But it's a losing game, cause I got the news today. It's funny how no matter how ahead you are, you're too late.
I change how I look, how I talk, how I act. I change even more, I'm no longer yours. Only thing that don't change about me is wishing I changed even more. What am I waiting for?
On our phone call, you tensed up when you mentioned death. It's the
So, damn. Okay. In the first verse, he said something and it just popped back in my head. He talked about his grandma losing memories. So I don't know if she struggled with dementia or just in old age. And as you get older, your mind starts functioning a little differently. It's not as sharp with certain things. It's really unique. And I don't know if that's because of COVID, because you know what I'm saying? But I've been noticing that like it's very obvious, like certain words where I'm just like, bro, like it'll just take me longer to pull them from my mind. And I've noticed that since I hit 40, I'm 45 now. I'm still good. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like these little things. I'm super aware of what's going on with my body, my mind, my eyes, my vision, all that. And there's something about the aging process that it just slowly takes these things away. And if you're really conscious and aware of it, you'll notice it. You'll notice when they're happening. So a lot of this stuff is speaking to me on a different level, but I don't want to have like a breakdown on this reaction. So I'm trying to think of how I can position this next stuff when he's talking about death, but when he was talking about the concept of heaven or the afterlife, I think of that because me and my wife, when we first started trying to have children, we lost our first two children. They were stillborns. One was 6.5 months, and then the other one was 6 months. So it's not like a miscarriage. You have to go deliver the child, and you see the body. It's developed. It's just premature, and it's not living. And sometimes you wonder, will you get to what will you see in the afterlife, right? And that is definitely one of the things that I think about too when I hear a song like this. Like I always wonder, is it like, would my son and daughter be up there with my mom? And so when I think about that and I hear the way he positioned that, it's funny because this song isn't like Eric Clapton, Tears in Heaven, right? But the subject matter is. It really is. But he kept it a little lighthearted, like the production keeps me going, like there's light at the end of the tunnel, there's hope. That's how I feel with this one. With like a Eric Clapton joint where it's like Tears in Heaven, you're like, bruh, So when I talk about these things, I just try to hold it together because those aren't easy thoughts and things that I deal with. And I've been thinking about death since I was a child. I don't know why I've always been obsessed with it. Obsessed. So there's something about that second verse that connected with me. Because since I was a child, like young, like 4 and 5, I was already thinking of death, like thinking of hell, the lake of fire. Then when I was in like elementary school, I just was obsessed with it. I still kind of obsess over it to this day. So something about that verse I related to. Anyways, let me catch my breath because, yeah, man, this is the heartstrings when you really talk about losing things and, no, not things, people, love, and life changing within a moment.
Is wishing I change even more. What am I waiting for?
On our phone call, you tensed up when you mentioned death. It still bothered me cause I want you to be content. It was the middle of the night, I guess that's what most happened. Did you find contentment or not even know what happened? The questions I don't have any answers to upset me. Until I realize they're not meant to be. Maybe that's what's beautiful about the rollout. Grandma Tuesday, I'ma be crying my soul out. My birthday's coming up and even if you lived past it, I still change the subject every time you hinted at it. Cause I'm not even supposed to know till I'm supposed to know. And until I'm supposed to know, I'll be hoping I don't. I'll be hoping I don't. I wish I did more for you, but I know it's a losing game. I got the news today. It's funny how no matter how ahead you are, you're too late.
What is the purpose of this? The purpose is to say, I don't give a... Can you say it one more time? I'm gonna slap you. I'm your mother, I'm distraught. So the character is...
I change how I look, how I talk, how I act. I change even more. I'm no longer yours. Only thing that don't change about me is wishing I change even more. I change how I look, how I talk, how I act. I change even more. I'm no longer yours. Only thing that don't change about me is wishing I change even more. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, there's a lot of simplicity in the video, which was perfect. I've said this before. I forgot where I got the quote, but simplicity is the highest form of sophistication. And there's another demonstration of it, like pulling out the heartstrings with just, oh man, I'll keep it real, man. I'm watching all this, and the reason it F's with me the most is like seeing the elderly dance with the youth, which could be their grandkids, their nieces, their nephews, cousin, you know what I'm saying? But my mom was a beast, yo. I remember Mom Dukes, she was the mascot for my brother's school. Like that, like, you know, it's crazy seeing visuals like this and then thinking of your loved ones in those positions. And I was just at Pop's crib chilling, and he was showing us pictures. And we were just looking back, like I never forget this picture. But my brother went to this high school called Mesa Ridge. They were the Grizzlies, and no one wanted to be the mascot. No one wanted to dress up in the grizzly bear. It was too hot. You were too cool to do it. Da 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 da. So my mom did it. She loved us so much, and yeah, when you see stuff like this, hear stuff like this, and then you're able to connect those emotions with your real life, that's true art, you know? And I feel that. I feel that deeply. Um, you know, there's a traumatic experience that happens from losing people you love, you know? And it helps shape your development. And depending on, like, it could be it could go bad or good. But for me, I think it's been good. You know, I'm raising kids now, and I understand the importance of a lot of things. You know, also watching this video, you get to recollect like the old school, right? Like these old school relationships that lasted, and how relationships don't last like that anymore, you know? And there's a lot there, man. I'm kind of rambling because when I start talking about just like real life and how it's affected me, because like when I do my reactions, I don't just nod my head. I try to connect with the song, and if I don't connect, I'll speak on why I don't. But I really connect with that joint, and it's some real ill. It's some real spill, as my boy Tech Not 9 would say. Real spill. Anyways, that was Token. What am I waiting for? And I really enjoyed that. Truthfully, yeah, man, that's a real. I just relate to it with the passing of Mom Dukes, and then you know the kiddos. It's just one of those things where you live, you learn, you grow, and it makes you appreciate the people around you more and the days and the moments. So, anyways, hug those loved ones while they're here, man. Shout out to Token. Go stream this, check this out, peep out his new album, and hey, we rocking.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again.